Imagine your dream minivan. Spacious, efficient, affordable, full of family tech. That's what you could get with a used Toyota Sienna.
And we know minivans. Me and the Edmunds team have driven all of them. The Pacifica, the Odyssey, the new Kia Carnival, and yes, the Sienna. Now, is the Toyota the best of the lot? Is it the best for your family? Now, we've partnered with CarMax to cover all the details so you can decide for yourself.
So first, what are we looking at here? Well, this is Toyota's latest version of their minivan, which came out for 2021. And what's unique about the Sienna compared to other minivans is that this one comes standard with a hybrid engine.
And it's available in all-wheel drive. That is a great combo in a minivan, and you can tell when you see how much these things have been selling for. We checked recent prices, and on average, the Sienna is way more expensive than the Pacifica and the Odyssey. That alone could make your decision. Now, you'd hope for that kind of cash, you'd get a great minivan, and that's what we gotta find out. So let's start with reliability and crash test results. A great minivan can only be great if it's on the road and not broken down at the shop, right? Well, Toyota has a reputation for reliability, but according to RepairPal, it's a mixed bag. The Sienna gets the same rating as the Honda Odyssey, but for different reasons. The Toyota won't be in the shop as often, but is slightly more likely to have an urgent problem. RepairPal data shows that Sienna owners go in for unscheduled repairs once every 2 or 3 years. Maybe more importantly though, crash test results are terrific. The Sienna earns a 5-star overall rating from NHTSA and a top safety pick from the IIHS. And that top safety pick score includes strong ratings for the headlights, child seat anchors, and driver assist features, not just for crash testing. A car with those high ratings is about as good as it gets. But what about efficiency? You won't have to do this often. Beyond safety, fuel economy is one of the best reasons buyers look to the Sienna. Every version of the Toyota minivan comes with a hybrid system, and even with all-wheel drive, you'll still get 35 miles per gallon. It's not the only hybrid minivan. Chrysler builds the Pacifica plug-in hybrid, and Kia started offering a hybrid version of the Carnival for 2025. But you might want the simplicity of not plugging in at home, and it's smart to buy used instead of getting that brand new Carnival so you can save some cash. In that case, the Sienna gets around 15 more miles per gallon than non-hybrid minivans, plus it'll cover more than 200 extra miles before needing to stop for gas, even with a smaller, cheaper to fill gas tank. That adds up to savings of around $850 per year compared to non-hybrids. And we know that you can use a little less stress when you're back to school shopping or paying for hotels on that family road trip. We'll note though, the engine's not the greatest. It can feel low on power when you're merging and passing, but we think the trade-off is worth it in a car like this. Toyota made an awesome decision by making all Siennas hybrids. We know it's not super important to have a powerful minivan, but there are some other things you should know about how it feels to drive the Sienna before you buy it. Like these seats, they're fine, pretty comfy actually, but different factors hurt the Sienna's overall comfortability. Toyota's minivan can be noisy. When we measured it ourselves, it was significantly louder than the Honda Odyssey at higher cruising speeds, and that can get old real fast on a family road trip. So you'll need to turn up your stereo way more in the Toyota than you would need to in the Honda Odyssey to drown out the tire and wind noise. There's also the way the Sienna goes over bumps, and it's not what you might think. It's not stiff. Actually, we wish that it felt a little more connected to the road. The Sienna bounces around too much when it goes over large bumps, but other minivans make you feel more confident and in control. Plus, they're less likely to make your kids feel carsick. But as any minivan owner can tell you, the interior really matters, and Toyota does a great job here.
It starts as soon as you open this big sliding door. The low door sill means that it's super easy for kids to climb inside. But we'll note that the door opening is slightly smaller than what you'll find on a Honda Odyssey or Kia Carnival, but there's still plenty of space here.
And check this out. You can slide the second row seat way forward to give easy access to the back, or slide it way back towards the third row to get a ton of extra leg room, or make it easier to fit a rear-facing child seat. Speaking of child seats, versions of the Sienna with the second row bench can fit as many as 3 child seats back here and another pair in the third row. The top tether points and bottom anchors are really easy to access too. And the seatbelt receivers are so flexible that kids in booster seats can buckle themselves in. And the ceiling mounted air vents are way better for rear facing seats than vents in the center console or on the door. So the little ones will have no problem staying cool throughout the summer. Even the third row is spacious enough, especially if passengers in the second row scoot up a bit. Plus, there are plenty of USB ports all throughout the van, so nobody's iPad is gonna die halfway through a long drive. There's even a regular outlet in the second row. Up front, we love how much space you have up here. There is a bunch of storage. There are plenty of cup holders of different sizes, though this one blocks some of the controls. The Sienna gets bonus points for this space right here under the shifter. That's perfect for a small purse or a diaper bag. Not all minivans have that. And you get a nice big touchscreen with good smartphone integration. And you can use the intercom feature available on some models, so you don't have to turn around and raise your voice to see who needs to stop to use the bathroom. Now, one bummer is that you don't get a family camera in here like you do on some other minivans, but you do get this small mirror to help you keep an eye on the kids. No way around it, the Sienna's trunk space isn't as good as what you find on some other minivans. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of space back here, but check this out. Now, there's enough room when the seats are in place, and when you store the third row seats, the floor isn't flat, but there's still a good amount of space. Now, the notable disadvantage compared to other minivans has to do with the second row. Say you just went to a yard sale and found a great deal on some vintage furniture, and you don't want to rent a truck. In the Chrysler Pacifica, you can stow the second row seats in the floor almost immediately. And in the Odyssey or Carnival, it's not too hard to take the seats out entirely. In the Sienna, since the airbags are integrated into the seat, you can fold the seats, but it's not an option to stow or remove them, unlike every other minivan. That's a big reason why other minivans have way more maximum cargo space behind the driver than this Toyota. For some people, that could be a deal breaker. If you're looking for a van that can haul big cargo as easily as it can haul your family, there are better options.
So what do you think? Does the Sienna fit your family? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you again soon.